What is a self-directed IRA? Now, I know many of you have heard it, but you have not heard it our way. When you self-direct with us and the companies we subscribe to, you get up to 52 asset classes depending on which company you choose. If you self-direct your way, Schwab, Fidelity, you only, yes, they'll call it self-directed, but you can only buy their product. So let's dig into this and why it's so vital that you start understanding money at a level most of you have not committed to. So let's talk about the definition. When we say self-directed IRA versus a traditional self-directed IRA, what are your implications of that? Number two, I'm going to give you some of the things you can actually direct and invest in, like gold, like silver. You can buy a cow, you can buy a horse, all sorts of cool assets. And lastly, why wealthy individuals use self-directed IRAs the way I'm going to educate you to use them as part of their wealth building plan. Now, let's get to some definition on a self-directed IRA. Our way, it's a retirement account. So first of all, just the generic definition. It's a retirement account. It gives you control over what you invest in. Our way would be private lending, real estate, businesses, and more. In my Wealth Cycle Investing book, I start walking through alternative investments. And the opposite version of what's in here would be, for example, we say go buy gas and oil. That's the working capital interest of a well. You're going to be with probably hundreds, if not thousands of other investors buying that well versus buying Chevron or Exxon or Shell stock, which now you just have a capital gains problem, especially now with the war and all the things going on. So we're recording this the end of March in 2026. Not great to stand at the pump and, get your fuel into your car. But I can tell you on the other side of our passive income checks, it's fabulous. It's fabulous tax planning. Again, a self-directed IRA, the way we talk about it, allows you to have a variety of assets. So let's go straight to that and start talking about what can you do? A few more distinctions inside what a self-directed IRA is. It's held by a custodian. If it's traditional, it's Schwab, Fidelity, Mass Mutual, etc. So you can only invest into their stocks, bonds, or their EFTs, their products. When we say self-directed, you can actually take it through the tax strategy of your plan. So your company makes money. Your company could have a 401k. It could be either tax free like a Roth, or it could be taxed and used as a tax strategy. For example, depending on your age, you can put between $70,000 to $92,000 away tax deferred. As your company makes money, you actually are going to invest that into your 401k that your company owns on your benefit. And then you can decide how to invest it. You can go one step further. That IRA self-directed could own an LLC, and then you get a checkbook authority. So now, even though it's held at a custodian, because of the qualified plan, holding an LLC, holding a checkbook, you can write a check to go buy cattle. You can buy horses. I have somebody who's invested heavily into horse racing. I have somebody who just does real estate now. So I have somebody who does just a lot of real estate that has no actual leverage, no loans attached to it. So it's just outright cash flow real estate to help build the momentum of your retirement accounts. And I don't like that word, but a lot of you know what that means. So it's your qualified plan. Now, your Roths are completely different. And you personally, as long as you make less than $105,000, which most of our clients end up, let's say 3 to 5 years, we're going to get your salary way down. You don't need the money, your companies do. You don't get deductions, your companies do. So in our version of a self-directed IRA, we are looking at it from a huge tax perspective and a tax play, not just a way to get to some other assets, because you could buy those same assets just with your cash. But the custodian, here's the big catch, is if you move your money into a self-directed account, the way that we'll educate you and give you some choices on which one you want to pick. If you don't invest it, it just sits in cash and you're making nothing. And the custodian actually can take all uninvested cash and go make 4, 6, 8% in bonds and certain specific assets that ERISA, which is a department of and connected to the IRS, allows you to do. So again, this isn't something you go out and do on your own. You've got to use an expert. You've got to use some teams so you know how to activate it properly. So what can you invest in? Again, there's up to 52 different assets. You can do gold, you can do silver, you can do cryptos. I've already mentioned some of the other alternatives. You can buy a franchise. You can start a business with a family member. There are so many things that you can do with a self-directed IRA. It needs to be part of your investing portfolio and your asset base. Now, before I go to the last comment and last section, I want you to subscribe to my channel. You're here right now. Click the notification button. So every day whatever device you listen to my YouTube channel on is getting a 5 to 10 minute video on some different topic. I do want you to start using our playlists, and you can create your own playlist of different topics, whether it's debit or credit, how to use companies, how to, quit your job in 90 days, you name it. I'm sure it's here. We've been doing this channel now going on 5 years as we head into the 2026 summer. So let's go back out and say, how do wealthy people truly use this? Some of the wealthiest people I know use self-directed IRAs and Roths, because Roths grow tax-free, tax-deferred. They use them for real estate notes. They use them, again, to just be a lender. That's a very prominent way they do it. They can put it in iFlip. I can give you a link to a free account on iFlip, so you can start looking at that as an option. There's so many ways that you can have this as a wealth builder to grow your wealth. You want to make sure that you stay diversified. Again, that's why I like iFlip more than the stock market. Stock market, you're going to get fees and commissions, and you may not have a short on it. So if the market goes down, which is pretty volatile right now, you're going to get hit hard. If you use iFlip, the most I've ever lost is like 2.87%. And it pulls me out into cash. Lets the stocks go down, puts me back in. So I'm buying low, always selling high, and I'm taking dividends on specific stocks as I invest through the folios. So really check that out. Also, grab a copy of my Wealth Cycle Investing book. I'll give you the first 3 chapters for free. So go grab those in the show notes, read them. Come to my Millionaire Intensive. There's 2 tickets down there, always for you in the show notes. And I want to see you at my events. Like, come out, lean in, understand this content. If you have any questions, you go to askloral.com, ASKLORAL. Ask a question, make a request. We'll be back tomorrow.